I think advocacy, thought leadership, and events all are part of reaching our goals. Don't you, Bill, of the strategic plan?
I really do, because it takes the whole industry to come together, focusing in the same areas and moving forward in the same direction in order to be successful. And so that collaboration piece of it is so important, and to have the thought leadership so that we're all headed in the same direction, I think is really critical.
Well, one of the areas in thought leadership that we were talking about, like stepping up during the announcement, was for our supplier community to be on panels, at our events, at a higher level of thought leadership, to talk about innovation and how they're changing and how we can drive that innovation within the industry.
I think that's a great point, and we can also support those allied members and all those suppliers in showcasing what's coming around the corner, and then that makes our Baker members stronger as well. So then they understand, where can they focus their efforts and become more successful.
Yeah, and I heard that from one of the allied members in the room a few minutes ago, was they really feel like the entire industry was represented here today, but also that moving forward, we're really embracing the entire supply chain and all of our members.
And really, when I think about the group that was here today especially, and you have a lot of champions of our industry there, and that's really impressive that we can all come together, work towards a common goal, and be successful.
Yeah, right. Large bakers, medium-sized bakers, small bakers, allies represented, so I think it's great. And that really goes into you talked about events, advocacy, thought leadership. This advocacy part of what we're doing, it has to engage the membership.
Good
because
point.
It's not successful without the members like yourself and others going and talking to their members of Congress. We heard it today from Congressman Joyce.
Absolutely, and like we had success with the fly-in last November, it's making those personal stories so that the Congress people understand, what it is that we're challenged with and where we're successful and how we can make a difference.
Yeah, and I think telling those stories, not just to Congress, but to the agencies like we heard today, to members of Congress on both sides of the aisle, as well as the White House, and just the different representatives from the different areas within the federal government that we had.
Yeah,
it's important.
To me, it was very exciting to hear from those agencies today. Because I know that you have their ear, but then for us as board members to also hear what it is they're paying attention to, so that we can help focus the efforts of the organization. That's really exciting to me, and makes us able to make a difference.
Yeah, and I think the last part that we were talking about was events, really raising the bar, that higher level impact with events, the networking part. I think you're going to see more and more of that, where we're bringing in new people into the fold, new companies, new members, expanding diversity of products that they're creating too, which I think is important.
And also I think it relies heavily on alliances within the industry as well, not just the ABA, but also some of our key partner organizations that can come together for these events, and then we can all collaborate and make the industry stronger.
Yeah, I agree. Working together with our partners just makes us all stronger.
Absolutely.
It's about partnerships, and one of the things you've talked about extensively yesterday, we talked about it, we're building those partnerships, expanding the partnerships and coalitions, because a lot of them are in place.
Yes.
But strengthening those and making them even bigger.
And truly, to have thought leadership is going to require input from all these different groups.
Right.
That's how we coalesce, and that's how we have a consensus of opinion as to how to make the industry stronger.
And we're not duplicating efforts.
That's key also. I think that's a really important point, is to make sure that we all understand where our strengths are, and that we play to those strengths, and that we don't duplicate efforts, because then it's just wasted effort.
Right.